Hello friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis again. Today we have LEGO City set number 60202, the People Pack Outdoor Adventures. This set consists of 164 pieces, including mostly minifigures. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a closer look. So here it is, just in time for summer, the Outdoor Adventure Pack. This is set 60202 from LEGO City, and we have several people out on a camping outdoor adventure. Very cool. Let's go ahead and break this down piece by piece, starting with the minifigures. And here's the first of our minifigures. She's got a smartphone, as you can see. She's wearing a sweatshirt with a t-shirt underneath with a star logo on it. Some blue jeans. She's got a nice hairpiece. I really like this one with the ponytail. If you take that off, you can see she has an alternate face and just a little bit of print of that hood on the back of her sweatshirt. Nothing terribly new here. We've seen these pieces before, but it's a pretty good figure, and it's always nice to have a cell phone accessory too, so very cool. Here's a better look at that cell phone. It's kind of cool. We get two different cell phone designs in this People Pack. And here we have Dad with the selfie stick. He's got kind of a goofy look on his face. He's kind of hamming it up for the camera. And as you can see, he's got his cell phone there. And so here's Dad. He's got a really cool print on his torso with the palm trees and the sunset printed there. That continues around on the back as well. He has an alternate face as well. He's looking like a happy camper there. Get it? Happy camper. Haha. And here's a closer look at that cell phone. This is a 1x2 tile that is printed, and that looks pretty good. And there he is again, hamming it up for the camera. Pretty good figure overall. Let's move on to the next one. And here we have Mom in her pink shirt and khaki pants, carrying a bottle of water. And she's got a really nice hairpiece there. Looking pretty fancy for camping, but there is her alternate face that he's either very relaxed or maybe taking a little nap. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I like it. And here we have a hiking enthusiast. He's got some kind of fun hair and a half smile on his face. He's got a couple of walking sticks with him. And just a little bit of print on the back of the torso, but the front of the torso is pretty cool. He has a new print. It's kind of a timber wolf or something like that. It's a cool print. I really like that. And here's a young girl with a water bottle. It's always good to be hydrated. She has a dual, or actually I guess a triple molded pair of legs with the shorts and blue shoes to match. Hairpiece is pretty good. The face is really nice with those freckles. And then printed shirt has a little kitten there. On the back, the stripes just continue. Nothing new here, but still well done. And here we have a very active grandma. She's got some pretty styling hair despite its silver grayness. She's got a nice puffy vest on, and she's carrying a mallet so that she can hammer in those tent stakes. Wearing a pair of blue jeans, got a nice smile on her face. And alternate face, has a nice pair of sunglasses. And here we have another guy. He's got a very cool torso print. I like that vest. He's got a little bit of facial hair and a nice black hairpiece. The torso print continues around the back. No print on the legs or anything, but this guy looks pretty good. This guy is a young father, and he has a baby. And there you have it. There's the newborn in that really cool new baby sling, or it can also be worn across the back as a backpack. Let's take a look at that. And there he is with a little one on the back. Pretty cool. That's a great new piece. And here we have our little Boy Scout. He's got a backpack on with a bedroll on it. And he's wearing some glasses, got a nice big smile on his face. There's no alternate face on this guy. And if we take off the backpack, there's just a little bit of print on the back there. And here we have another little girl. This one's carrying a pair of binoculars. She's got a nice hoodie on and a blonde ponytail. She's wearing glasses and has a kind of a nice smile on. The continued print around the back is good, and there is no alternate face for this one. And here we have our photographer. She's got a really nice print on her torso and a cool camera accessory, along with that satchel there to carry some extra film or memory cards or maybe an extra lens. A cool ponytail hairpiece. So here you can get a better look at her torso print, which is very good, I think. She's also got a nice face there. If you remove her ponytail, you get a little bit better look at the print on the back of her torso, as well as the alternate face, which has a kind of a wink there to indicate that she is looking through the viewfinder of her camera. And speaking of the camera, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So the camera piece itself is nothing new. That's been around for quite some time. It's a pretty cool design, I think, but again, nothing we haven't seen before. What's different about this is this little add-on build, which is really simple but ingenious. You have a 1x2 plate with a 1x1 clear sloped piece, a 1x1 round brick with a 1x1 clear tile, and you just put that on the front of the camera, and that gives you a zoom lens and a flash. So really slick. You can also remove the flash by removing that plate and the slope piece and just putting on that 1x1 round brick to make the lens. The cool thing about this camera is, as you can see with her squinty eye there, when you put the camera up, her squinty eye looks right through the viewfinder of the camera. And this camera design is kind of genius. The handle on it angles back just enough so that when the arm is arched at its full point, then the camera lines up straight with the face and straight with one eye, which is pretty slick. And this is something new. This is a brand new mold for a cross-country BMX type bike with the nice knobby tires. It works similar to other bikes and motorcycles where the minifigure just kind of straddles the middle there and can hold on to the handlebars, but this is a totally different and unique mold. So this is brand new. Got some nice shocks there on the front forks and nice thick knobby tires. Pretty cool. The proud owner of that new bike is this young lady here with a cool racing jacket on and some red pants to match. She's got some cool print on the back, it says Sport, and this new helmet mold, which is very cool with that visor built in. The goggles, of course, are removable. You take those off and you get a little bit better look at her face. If we take the helmet off, you can see that she's got some dirt that is sprayed up. She's gotten a little dirty riding out there in the mud and stuff on those trails. Of course, after she gets cleaned up, her face is nice and clean. And here's a little terrain piece that's meant for our BMX rider to be able to use as a jump. As you can see, there's a log there, and that's a 2x2 round tile that's printed. Then we have the 2x4 tile there is a ramp, and she can just go right up and over. And here we have our climber, another sport shirt. That's kind of a cool torso print. There's some print on the legs with some climbing gear and carabiners and that sort of thing. No print on the back of the legs, but there's a little bit of print on the torso. No alternate face, but we have some nice sunglasses and a big smile on this guy along with the helmet. And here we have that rock climbing piece. This little piece of terrain is all brick built, and there are 4 different handholds, footholds on there, which is pretty cool. If we take him off, you can see just a little bit of texture there with some difference in bricks and colors. And again, those little bar-shaped handholds there. Kind of a nice little side build. And here we have that eagle. It's got a nice print there on the eye. And then it's a dual molded, or is it a tri-molded thing? I'm not sure if that beak is painted or not, but in any event, it's really well done. There is a single stud on the top, so you could conceivably attach something. And then there is an anti-stud on the bottom, which allows him to perch on something, or for you to put him on some clear stands like this to make him look like he's in flight. And he's got a pretty good wingspan. For the sake of comparison, there's a minifigure next to the eagle. Pretty impressive. Well, I'm not sure how I managed it, but I got almost all the way through editing this video and realized that I forgot to cover the raft and the rafters. So let's go ahead and get into these guys. So the raft is pretty cool. This is all one piece, but it's one of those hard-sided inflatable type things. As you can see, we've got basically the bottom of a plate down there with some handholds, bar clip type pieces on the side, 2 studs on either side, 2 on the back, and then 1 up front, and then what is essentially a 2x6 plate there in the middle that allows for a couple of figures to sit inside. And speaking of figures, there are 2 that go in the raft. They each have an oar and a life vest and a helmet. And here's Grandpa, and he's got a really cool torso piece with that leather jacket and the collared shirt underneath. He's got a little bit of a graying beard there. The jacket print continues around the back. I really like that torso piece though. And here's our other rafter. He's got a hoodie on, and of course he's wearing his safety helmet. And you can see the hood on the back of his sweatshirt there. Pretty well done. Neither of these characters have alternate faces, but they look pretty good as is. This is kind of cool. This is something brand new for this set, and that is these little 1x1 studs, or rather 1x1 round tiles that are printed with egg yolks in the middle. And there are 2 of them that are included with this set. So one can be on the little paper plate, and the other can be cooking on the skillet. This is our camp stove. It's a blue minifigure head with a trans orange or trans red kind of flame element, single stud there with a gray one on top of it to represent the burner, and then just a little pan. But I think that's done pretty well. And there we have the 1x1 round tile with the egg printed on it. This is a pretty cool little build too. It's just a little sign, Mount Clutchmore and Lego City. It's kind of a nice little detail. Well, that's kind of annoying. Right out of the box, my tent piece is really thrashed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to straighten that out. And finally here, we have that tent piece. This is new to me, although they have made similar tents in the past. This one is a little different as far as coloring goes, but the basic design has been around for a couple of years. Basically, we have this plastic piece, and you can open either side, and this is the head end of it. You can see there's a couple of pillows on either end there, and there's a little lantern in the middle. If you open it from the other side, then you get the foot of the bedrolls, and you can see the lantern at the other end there. I like this semi-transparency on the windows, so you can see there's a pattern there, very much like a real tent would be, to keep mosquitoes and stuff out, but to let some air flow through and to be able to see in and out. And then you can imagine that you would just roll down and maybe zip up those flaps there for privacy when it's time for bed. I like that they included enough room for 2 minifigures to sleep in that tent. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this one. This has been Christian with Brick Life Crisis. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave those below. If you happen to have your own LEGO channel, leave a link down in the comments below, and that way we can all come check you out. And if you haven't already, we'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.